Hello and welcome to another episode of Rachel Rogers TV. I'm Rachel Rogers and today I'm going to be dealing with the question that not enough small businesses are asking. And the question is, do I really need a social media policy? I mean, really? Of course the answer is yes, but before I get into explaining why, let me tell you a little story. Many of you may have heard about the PhoneDog lawsuit. Now, if you haven't heard, here's the gist. PhoneDog is a company that offers news and reviews on the topic of mobile phones, and they're suing one of their former employees named Noah for taking 17,000 Twitter followers with him when he left the company. This is significant because it's the first lawsuit over Twitter followers, and the Twitter followers are being valued at 360,000. Now, there is no question that Twitter followers have value. I mean, they're valuable to a company the same way that a list of email subscribers would be. Here, the major faux pas of PhoneDog is not having a social media policy. If they would have had a social media policy, it would have been very clear in that policy that employees cannot take Twitter followers or any other social media account with them when they leave, even if they were the ones to create it. That could have been easily outlined in the social media policy. It could have been signed by all of their employees, and they wouldn't be dealing with this issue right now. Before I get into explaining what any of this has to do with your awesome little company, let me tell you a quick story. Suppose there are two men getting married. One has a great, successful internet company, and he's a millionaire. The other one is a freelance web designer, and he makes a respectable salary of $65,000 a year. Who needs a prenup more? Many will answer that the rich man has more to lose, but that is the wrong answer, and let me tell you why. Because the rich man will still be rich after his wife takes half. Unfortunately, the middle-class guy is going to be screwed and possibly poor and living with his mother if his wife takes half. And so it is with a big corporation versus a little business. Now, social media policies are very important for big corporations as well, and they should definitely use them to protect their social media assets and to prevent employees from dissipating this asset or hurting the brand or leaving the company with these social media accounts. However, most big corporations will still exist even if they lose their Twitter followers. I'm not sure the same is true for small businesses. Will Little Business LLC still exist after it loses access to its social media accounts filled with customers and potential customers who regularly buy from them when services and products are announced? Even if it does survive, it would have definitely taken a major blow to the bottom line if it can no longer communicate with its customer fan base. So what's the moral of the story, kids? The moral of the story is this. If you have even one employee, intern, or independent contractor who has access to your social media accounts or in some way uses social media for the benefit of your company, have them sign a social media policy. And rest comfortably knowing that not only are you protected, but way smarter than PhoneDog. Well, that's my legal tip for today. If you like what you heard, share it with your friends. And remember, if you have a question for me, use that big blue button below to send in your questions, and I may answer it right here on Rachel Rogers TV. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week with more legal tips for Gen Y entrepreneurs. Bye-bye.